Oh, and then on top of that, Tyronn Lue said, "Yeah, we tried to get PG-13." So I did a show where we found out that LeBron was trying to recruit CP3 to the Miami Heat so he can have CP3, Chris Bosh, Ray Allen, and Dwayne Wade and LeBron on one squad. Now we found out they was trying to get PG-13 in his prime to add to LeBron, Kyrie, and Love, and J.R. Smith, and Iman Shumpert. So a super team wasn't okay for LeBron. He wanted a super duper quadruple King Cooper team. This man don't want to compete. This man don't want to compete, man. It's crazy. I guarantee you LeBron probably has fake replica rings so he can have 7. Like the rings that he thought he should have won, like out of those 10. I think he still got made. He's so insecure. I think he still got rings made for those finals losses he got. The ones that he think, oh man, I think I played well enough to win this one, so I'm gonna give myself a ring. So I think secretly LeBron got 7 rings at his house, one more than MJ. Let's get to the next topic. So Tyronn Lue also talked about his time with Cleveland. I mean, we just got over the part where he was talking about the Warriors and KD and Steph and all that stuff, man. But the Cleveland piece is good too. All right, so let's start with the David Blatt piece of it. Now, I tried to find an article for y'all. I did a show probably about 2 years ago, and I was talking about, I think this was when Kyrie might have still been in Brooklyn, and everyone was criticizing him for all the things that he did in Brooklyn and all this stuff, and they criticized him for taking that week off when it was his birthday, and the rumor was that Steve Nash didn't even know he left the team. And I was telling people, I was like, well, he must have learned that in Cleveland from LeBron, because it's the same thing LeBron did, but it's a difference in how people report it. Like Stephen A. Smith didn't get on First Take and air LeBron out for that. And the crazy thing about it is Brian Windhorst is the guy who wrote the article, and he was supposed to be a LeBron guy. So what ended up happening was LeBron took 2 weeks off from the Cleveland Cavs, and nobody knows why. And when he came back, as soon as he came back, they fired David Blatt. And so the speculation was that LeBron James was having issues with David Blatt. Well, actually, they was debating this on the show on ESPN in real time back then. So I mean, it wasn't guesswork that Blatt and LeBron wasn't getting along. LeBron didn't like David Blatt. That wasn't phony at all. So, but the part that was a speculation is that did LeBron leave the team because he wanted David Blatt fired, and did he not come back until Dan Gilbert, promised him that he'll fire him? Because as soon as he came back, they fired David Blatt, and then Tyronn Lue came in, and the rest was history, right? The reason why I bring it up, because I tried to find that article so I can show it to y'all, and the article isn't there anymore. Right now, there's a couple of sites that are talking about Windhorst telling that story, because I think he went on the Bill Simmons podcast and told that story, and I couldn't find the audio for the story either. I was trying to get this to bring it to y'all. I'll bring it to you another day, because I had already showed it on the podcast 2 years ago when I was doing this Kyrie Irving episode, but I got to find that episode in the catalog so I can find the I can't remember if I played the audio or if I showed the clip of the article. That article you can't Google it, you can't find the article anymore. But anyway, LeBron, when he came back, David Blatt got fired, and LeBron seemed to be happy again, right? But he denied the fact that he knew anything about David Blatt getting fired. But If you want to believe that, you can believe it. I don't. Right. What I think happened is he didn't like something about David Blatt. They butted heads, and then LeBron quit and was like, I'm out of here. And he told them why, and they decided they was gonna fire Blatt, and then he came back. Right. So here's Tyronn Lue talking about the David Blatt firing.
Was his message just not resonating? What was it? Because he did go to the NBA Finals. Y'all did make it to a Game 6, minus Kevin Love, minus Kyrie. I believe if you have those guys, we'll never, ever know. I believe you win the series.
I do too.
But we'll never know.
Right.
And then halfway through the season, it wasn't like y'all was in the 6th spot, T. Lue.
It was #1 spot.
And they fired the coach. That's never been, well, maybe I think Milwaukee did something similar a couple of years ago with Adrian Griffin.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I don't recall a situation of something like that happening. Was his message just not getting through? Was it just falling on deaf ears? Somebody go upstairs? Why would you make you're the number one seed? Can you change the head coach after you just went to the finals?
For me, I think he did a great job. And overseas, like when you coach overseas, you are the face of the team.
Right.
Like it's what you say goes, no matter what players there, you're the face of the team. And when you come to the NBA, the players are the face of the team. And so it's a different dynamic. Mm-hmm. And so just understand that dynamic that, as much as you want to go in and go crazy and cuss somebody out, you might can't do it today. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you just can't. And his offensive system was great. I wish I could run it today. All the stuff he did, but it didn't fit. With LeBron, Bron's not gonna move like that. Kyrie want to dance. He ain't running around. Kevin Love's not a mover, and so it was just the offense they ran over there was different when he came over here. Now he's been successful over there, winning all the championships, and he's a great coach. And I thought it was great stuff that we were doing, but it just didn't fit our team and what we're trying to do. And so I think guys got frustrated with the process and got frustrated with, how we did things offensively and defensively, because some of the stuff was different. Right. But there's nothing wrong with change if it works, and it was working. But it just, I think a lot of people got frustrated and didn't take the time and have the patience to really kind of wait for it. And that's kind of where things got harder. So that was it.
All right. So he said a couple of things, right? He laid it out. He said, how could David Blatt come in his first year coaching this team? LeBron just came back. You got this young Kyrie, right? You're a successful coach overseas, run championships and everything, and you come over and you trying to implement the offense. And you get out to, you get out to a little slow start, but then you start picking up steam and you make it all the way to the finals and lose to Golden State in 6 without Kevin Love and without Kyrie. You lost Kyrie and Kevin Love. And you lost in 6. And the next season, LeBron is so frustrated with this dude for whatever reason. And now they got out to a slow start again that season. And LeBron is frustrated with him. And why? And then they fire him in the middle of the season. Why? Right? And Tyronn Lue's not trying to throw anybody under the bus, and he's not saying names, and he's trying to say it in a nice way. But what I heard Tyronn Lue say, first of all, he explained that David Blatt come from overseas, and in that culture over there of basketball, the coach is everything. Whatever the coach say goes. He said it's different over here. Over here, the player is the face of the franchise, and whatever the player wants, a lot of time he's going to get. Because when you think about it as an owner, I'm paying LeBron $35 million a year, and I'm paying his coach $5 million a year. If one of these guys or both of these guys are unhappy about something, I'm invested $35 million in this guy, and I'm only invested $5 million in this guy. This guy is more replaceable than this guy. So that's the dynamic here. So he said David Blatt comes over here coaching the same way he did over there, getting in guys' face, fussing them out, holding them accountable. And he said that's just not how things go over here. So what I'm hearing him say is that one of the number one and number two guys, either LeBron or Kyrie, didn't like David, or both, didn't like David Blatt getting in their face and holding them accountable, which is a callback from what he was saying early in the interview and early in the episode I did earlier today. He's talking about how Phil Jackson with the Lakers would get on Kobe and Shaq the most, and he never really got on the role players during film session. So Phil Jackson coached that way that David Blatt was coaching, and LeBron James wasn't receptive to it. He wasn't that coachable at the time. So that was number one. Number two is the offense that David Blatt was running involved a lot of movement with the ball and all of that stuff, right? And he said LeBron wasn't trying to do all that moving. And neither was Kyrie. Kyrie liked to get the ball and go bop, bop, bop. Right? Which is what they was doing, high screen and roll all day long with Tyronn Lue. But with David Blatt, it sounded like David Blatt wanted the offense similar to what Golden State is running. It's good offense. That's winning basketball. LeBron didn't want it. LeBron wanted LeBron ball. He wanted his system. So I think that was the clash. I think getting coached by David Blatt hard was a no-no for LeBron. And I think LeBron or David Blatt trying to make LeBron run his offense was a no-no for LeBron. Right. So I think that was the clash. I think he was like, I don't want to run this. And hey, look, he got to go. Why I think that's the case? For two reasons. One, that's exactly what he did in Miami when he didn't like what Spoelstra was doing. And Pat Riley was like, nah, hell no, we're not doing that. Spo staying. And then he went to D Wade and was like, man, can't you just tell Pat Riley to just come and coach? He said, no. I played for Pat Riley. You don't want Riles to coach this team. Trust me. Stay with Spo. That's what Wade told him. Right. So he already tried to get that coach fired. We know he got Darvin Ham fired. And now he's getting David Blatt fired. Right. So that's Tyronn Lue explaining it. That's very interesting.
Was it ever a situation that you had like, because it's hard because you got a LeBron, man, or any great player to like, bro, I need more from you. You got to give me more.
Yeah, halftime of Game 7. Yeah, halftime of Game 7. We come in the locker room and like this, we're gonna show a film. So no, ain't no film. Like, so I came and said, Bron, what you gonna do, man? What you mean? So you gotta do more. Like, you gotta be better. Like, what you want me to do, T. Lue? I'm like, because he had 20 points and might have 7 assists, but he left a lot on the table to me.
Right.
And this is Game 7. You're the best player in the world. I was like, we need. Which one? I said, you got to guard Draymond better. Score the basketball, stop turning over, be aggressive. Anything else you want me to say? So he mad him up, right? So I go in the office, I slam the door. So later, after it was over, Damon Jones said, Bron came to him like, man, can you believe T. Lue, man, call me out like that? That's some bull, whatever. D. Jones said, well, I ain't been here all year, but everything I read and you called and told me, you trust him. Why not trust him now? He's like, F you, so he go to James Jones. James Jones, can you believe T. Lue? Man, I can't believe it. James Jones said, did he lie? So then Bron snatches stuff out of the locker, storm out. And shit, that's all she wrote. I mean, JR, but people understand, JR scored the first seven points.
He did.
That third quarter.
He did.
And then after that, because we was down 7. So JR scored 7 straight. And then after that, man, Bron, what he did after that was all she wrote.
So this is another example of LeBron getting coached and getting held accountable and getting told what he needs to do better. He's not that coachable, dog. Right? Like I said, I keep going back to the example of Tyronn Lue saying that Phil Jackson held Shaq and Kobe accountable for everything they did or didn't do. More so than the role players. He said film study was mostly about what Shaq and Kobe did and didn't do. Phil hold his player accountable, and you have to be able to be coachable. So it's a Game 7. and you at halftime and your coach is not liking what he's seeing, and all LeBron can think about is, I'm doing everything I could do. Get on them. And Tyronn Lue was like, nah, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. Name the things Tyronn Lue named, notice the things that Coach Tyronn Lue named are the same things that everyone criticized LeBron for slacking and lacking on. He said, I need you to guard Draymond better. We've all talked about his defense and his laziness on defense. He said, we need you to guard Draymond better. We need you to stop turning the fucking ball over. He's the all-time turnover leader. I think he leads the entire galaxy in turnovers. I know he leads Earth in turnovers. Nobody has more turnovers on Earth than LeBron James. And I've went to every bakery looking for those turnovers, and no bakery I found got more turnovers than LeBron. So on Earth, he's king in turnovers. The queen is Caitlin Clark. But if we search the galaxy for turnovers, I think LeBron leads the galaxy in turnovers as well. And Tyronn Lue was criticizing him in the Game 7 for it. He said, guard Draymond better defense, stop turning the freaking ball over, and freaking score the ball. Remember when Dallas series and all that stuff, we was like, man, go score, dude. Like, score the ball. What are you doing? He had to tell this dude that in the Game 7, but to James, with LeBron's credit, he actually made the adjustment and did it. But look what it had to take. Like, he's going to teammates trying to get validation that his coach is wrong, and his teammates was like, nah. I'm glad he went to two vets. That the vets was like, nah, dog. No lies detected. And the rest is history.
The chase down, and then Kyrie's 3-point shot.
Right. And so we called timeout, and the thing about Bron was exhausted. And so we get to the bench. I mean, he's done. So I'm like, shit. Kai, it's time to dance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we want to run pick and roll, you know what I'm saying? Because Clay was a great defender.
Right.
And like I said, Steph, to where he's at now defensive wise, like he took a huge step, and take pride in guarding, now. And so they had no weak links.
Right.
You didn't want Draymond. You didn't want Iguodala.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want Clay. So I was like, well, we got to try to get Steph in action.
Right.
So, we run a pick and roll. Kyrie gets a switch. I ain't no gonna shoot a three. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no gonna shoot a three. And so he gets
that's his shot.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
That side step three, that's his shot.
So he gets to that right wing, he's dancing, and he shoots it. And like, man, like from that point on, I was just blacked out. Like, I'm saying, like once he made that shot, I like blacked out. Like I remember K-Love, like guarded Steph,
sitting in the chair on Steph,
guarded Steph. And I remember it was at the end of the game, we were up 4. Yeah, Bron gets fouled. We up 4.
I think the thing.
Right. So the reason why I played that is because he's taking you through that shot and the thought process. We already kind of talked about that in the previous segment. But he said that LeBron, now mind you, at halftime, he had to tell LeBron to play better defense, stop turning the ball over, and score the ball. So what it sounded like is LeBron was really not leaving it all on the floor. If you got to be told to turn your defense and intensity up on Draymond Green in the Game 7, he wasn't leaving it all on the floor. If they would have lost that game, he would have had something left in the tank, right? Empty your tank out, right? You want to win. So it sounded like LeBron made the switch after halftime and emptied his tank out, so much so that in the fourth quarter, when they called that timeout for that last shot that Kyrie hit, he said LeBron was exhausted, which explains why he told Tyronn Lue, let the kid take the shot. LeBron either didn't want the shot or couldn't take the shot. But imagine putting that much effort on defense and that much effort on scoring. It's tiring you out like that to where you ain't got nothing left in the final moments of the basketball game in the fourth quarter to take the final shot as the team's best player. And I want you to compare that to Michael Jordan, who didn't have another guy that you could just throw the ball to and spread and go one-on-one and take the final shot. It was always MJ. For 6 rings, it was MJ. Well, more than that, but just for the playoffs and the finals, for 2-3 picks, when a shot needed to be taken like that in the fourth quarter, MJ was your guy. Unless he passed it to Steve Kerr to hit it or something like that. But when it came to, all right, give somebody the ball and everybody get out of his way, it was MJ every time. Imagine the luxury of having a guy that can give you 40 in the finals and also take the last shot and hit it. That's a heck of a luxury to have. That's one heck of a luxury to have. It's a lot of guys who got that luxury. Kobe didn't have that luxury. You can't get the ball to Shaq and say, take this shot. They go foul his big fat black ass. You go take this shot from the free throw line, you big ogre. Who else go take it? Who else you go get a ball to and say, get out of the way? Ron Harper, Brian Shaw, D Fish? No. It's going to be Kobe. Everybody didn't have that luxury. Bird didn't have it. When you look at the top 10, LeBron seemed like the only guy who always got that. It could be Wade. It could be Ray Allen. It could be Kyrie. It could be AD. It could be Luka. I always had that luxury.
As he finishes up in LA, I don't think he's done after this year.
No,
I don't think he's done.
No.
I don't. And the thing is, Tilo, I was talking to somebody the other day. I said, if you play 24, you might as well go and get that 25.
Yeah, he's not done for this year for sure.
But I think he wants to set that record out there. He wants to set that record out there. Ain't nobody gonna get it.
They can't catch it.
Because KD, he thinks KD is the closest, but KD is 10,000 points away. That's 10,000. So if you average, that's another 7-8 years. That's right now.
Yeah.
LeBron plays another 2-3 years. That thing gonna be at 45,000 points.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be hard to catch that. I don't see nobody.
Because you have to play a lot. You have to have sustained greatness. Because nobody thought Kareem stay healthy.
And health. I mean, I think he's gonna put it out of reach where it's gonna be hard to get there.
Did you guys try to trade for Paul George when you was in Cleveland?
Yeah. When he was in Indiana.
And why didn't it happen?
I don't remember.
Damn.
Yeah, we tried to get him.
PG, LeBron, and Kyrie.
Ooh.
That might have been enough. That might have been enough to come back.
Yeah.
Because now you can throw LeBron. I mean, obviously you let PG start with him, and then you can have LeBron, but you still got guys. Now you got 3 guys that can really score the basketball. Yeah. LeBron, Kyrie, and PG.
And K-Love can score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that might, man.
We tried.
Damn.
Ooh. So 2 things. Number 1, he said LeBron's gonna try to play long enough to where he can get there, and he's thinking KD can catch him. If LeBron would have got Kareem's record and retired that year, KD could have played another 5 seasons and eventually got that number 1 spot. So it appears that LeBron is continuing to play for the record book. In his mind, I think he want to, like what Shannon said, he want to push the record out so far that no one would ever catch it. Now, I'm torn between how I feel about that, because on one end, I mean, if that's what your heart desires to have that record forever, I mean, who are we to say don't do it? Like, that's what your heart wants. You want that record. Sure. If your body is going to continue to let you play, I mean, why not? I mean, I know people in the Navy that won't get out because why? You get what I'm saying? If they go keep letting you stay in and you keep making rank, yeah, cool. You want to stay all with the 30? Cool. Right? I don't know why we would. In my mind, I'm like, dude, get everything you need to get out of it and get out of there and start your life as a civilian. That's what I think. Get in and get out, when it's really convenient. But like overstaying your welcome just because you can is really not my style. But at the same time, I can't knock a guy for doing it. So that's one thought process, right? But the other side of my brain is like, dude, why? Why is that so important? Why is it so important for you to have that record and stretch out as far as possible? Like, you know, the thought process, like if you think about all the great scorers, Kobe, Mike, Melo, you know, all these great scorers, Dirk. I don't know not one of them that was like, oh, man, I want Kareem's record. And then when I get it, I wanna play so long that nobody else would ever catch it. Like imagine that's your thought process, right? And imagine a player being compared to Kobe and Mike, and Kobe and Mike's thought process is, I want to dominate and I want to compete and I want to win as many rings as possible to show everybody that I'm the best. And then imagine saying how those two people think, and then comparing them to a guy that's saying, I'm still playing because I want to keep getting, I want this record to grow as far as possible so nobody can come and get it. Like he's lacing them up. His motivation for lacing them up every night is I get to add 27 points to this record. That's his motivation. Like every time he look at the calendar and see a game, he be like, well, that's 25 I can put on there. Put 25 back on that record, add that 25 to it. Like we know one of his motivations was playing with Bronny and catching Kareem. Now he's motivated to push the record as far as possible so somebody can catch it and possibly play with Bryce. That's his motivation. I think it's pretty lame. I honestly think it's pretty lame, right? But nonetheless, phone lines are open. Once again, 3 or 4 calls, and then we're in the show. Let me see what the comments are saying. Roy said if it was me, I wanted all the rings and records. That's tough, man. That's tough, man, because the thought process of playing for record is counterproductive to the thought process of playing to win. Like, how can, like, I don't know if it's possible for me to think about both. Like, I don't know if I'm playing to win and my competitive edge is on high and I want to win. I'm thinking about two things. I'm thinking about stopping you. Like I'm competing against you in every way. So I'm trying to stop you on defense, and I'm trying to score buckets on your head. But I can't add in there a record. I can't have that thought process in my mind. I want this record. Caller from Texas, what's up?
Man, bro, what's wrong with you, my nigga?
What's
wrong with you, bro?
What's your thought,
bro? What's wrong with you, bro?
What's your thought on the topic?
My thought process on the topic, nigga, is bro, all this gossip girl shit, bro, it don't make no sense, bro. Like, I'm just being 100, bro. Like you ain't even talking about basketball, bro. You get into what Tyronn Lue said and all that. You be trying to paint the picture you be painting, bro. It be so wet, bro. Like and you can't even help yourself. Like that's the crazy part about it. You claim that you're a fan. You just a fan of basketball, bro. But bro, if you just a fan of basketball, bro, why you be so cognizant on trying to take people championships away? And then you just said I just heard you say that like I guess like playing for stats, right? It's the polar opposite, nigga, for than playing to win. So if that's the case, bro, why you don't hold everybody to that? Because what was Kobe playing for, nigga, in 2004?
I don't know. You tell me.
Bro, you know what he was playing for, bro.
In 2004?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I told you earlier, nigga, if you ask me, 2004, nigga, is worse than 2011.
Refresh my memory.
Refresh your memory when Kobe was playing for stats?
In 2004?
In 2004, when he was trying so desperately to get a Finals MVP. Instead of feed Shaq, I heard you say earlier that they ran Shaq off the floor. Bro, stop lying, bro. Bro, Shaq was averaging 28 points a game, nigga, on 60% shoot, nigga. Kobe was shot checking, bro. You need to stop that, bro.
You know, being ran out the floor is something that's referenced toward the defensive end.
I know it. Yes, I know what run out the. I know what they mean, bro. I mean, get the ball out the net, bro, and push it.
All right,
I know what they mean, bro.
And they did that.
No, they didn't.
They did that.
Bro, how you getting ran off the floor, bro? When you the best player. That's what I'm saying, bro. You frame. So what I'm saying is that okay, frame us. Tell us how Kobe played.
Well, let me explain to you how Shaq got run off the floor. Larry Brown's philosophy and his game plan was to use Rasheed Wallace, who was a track star in high school, right, and who had one of the fastest 40 times at Carolina on the basketball team. He's a runner. He runs like a deer.
Come on, bro.
Right, so he was using Rasheed Wallace and Ben Wallace, and they was sprinting off missed shots, right, and Shaq had to contend with that. And then they also used guys like Memo Cole around the 3-point perimeter to pull Shaq out of the paint, and they was using Shaq in every screen and roll, and Shaq didn't want to guard them screen and rolls. So in the half-court offense, Shaq was involved in screen and rolls, and then off missed shots, Rasheed Wallace and Ben Wallace was running. Do you think Shaq at that size, 330 pounds that year he was with the Lakers, do you think he could run with either one of the Wallace boys?
Yes, I do.
Man, get off my phone. All right, man.
I do.
All right.
I don't think Ben Wallace outrun Shaq, bro.
No, I bid you a good night.
You just said
I bid you a good night. Ain't no way in the world you about to tell me that daggone Shaq could run with the Wallace boys. We sat down and watched the series. We watched the series. That was Larry Brown's game plan. Like, I mean, like, why would I sit here and listen to somebody saying Shaq can keep up with Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace that year? That year. How much did Shaq weigh that year? That was the heaviest Shaq ever been. He was getting destroyed. He was getting destroyed. They got beat 4-1. And you talking about he didn't get ran out the floor because he averaged 28 points. Man, get out of town. You gotta be smoking that Zaza Wade or something. You gotta be smoking that Zaza Wade. Or smoking dick or dog food, something. I don't know how you say that Shaq wasn't getting ran out the gym. Absolutely getting ran out the gym. Next caller. Who else got something to say about LeBron? Oh, and then on top of that, Tyronn Lue said, yeah, we tried to get PG-13. So I did a show where we found out that LeBron was trying to recruit CP3 to Miami Heat so he can have CP3, Chris Bosh, Ray Allen, and Dwayne Wade and LeBron on one squad. Now we found out they was trying to get PG-13 in his prime to add to LeBron, Kyrie, and Love, and J.R. Smith, and Iman Shumpert. So he a super team wasn't okay for LeBron. He wanted a super duper quadruple King Cooper team. This man don't want to compete. Man. It's crazy. I guarantee you LeBron probably has fake replica rings so he can have 7. He like the rings that he thought he should have won, like out of those 10. I think he still got made. He's so insecure. I think he still got rings made for those finals losses he got. the ones that he think, oh man, I think I played well enough to win this one, so I'm gonna give myself a ring. So I think secretly LeBron got 7 rings at his house, one more than MJ. I honestly do, because that's how his brain works. His brain works like that. Like, oh man, that one right there made me the GOAT. Like he thinks like that. Like he'll take something like that and say, oh yeah, this made me the GOAT right here. So I really do think he'll take his brain there to be like, man, nah, man, I averaged too many points not to win that finals, man. So even though the Golden State Warriors won it, I'm gonna get my ring made. I'm gonna get a ring made for that year. So I think he got a ring for the Warriors loss. I think he got a ring for that San Antonio loss that they got blown out in, and I think he might got a ring for that Dallas Mavericks loss. I think he made 3 rings that he thought. Now he can't get one for that Dallas, man. He averaged daggone 11 points in that joint. Nah, he can't get a ring for the Dallas one. So he might got 6. He might got 6. That's how he think, man. That's how he think. The delusion is real. Caller from Cali, can you hear me? Caller from Cali. Hello. We can take one more phone call, then I'm out. Caller from Cali. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your phone. Yeah, I guess it. All right, y'all. That's the show. Appreciate y'all for calling, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Appreciate all the callers that call in. Appreciate all the comments. No super chats tonight, but that's cool too. We'll catch y'all later today with 4-Panel Friday, man. We got good topics for the night. So appreciate everybody for being late night with me, man. I catch y'all on the next episode. Peace.